Oh, I did try on some jeans, y'all. What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, thank you guys for tuning in, whether it's this video or any other video. I will certainly be back with my videos, just taking it super easy, trying to take in this moment of healing. And I told myself 2021 is going to be the year that I am not so hard on myself about getting out content, because 2020 was draining as hell, and now that I got surgery, it's like I truly just want that to be my main focus. But I'm still around. Videos will be coming, podcasts will be updating very soon. Very soon. So I am currently 3 weeks post-op, and if you guys missed my very first video, you should definitely go check it out because it had tons of great information. And I think if you are looking to get a tummy tuck, I think that video will be very suitable for you, because I had a lot of people reach out to me on my social medias and I answered all the questions. So I hope that video is very helpful. So this video is just basically going to be talking about how I feel because I'm week 3. So I guess giving you guys some pros, some cons, and I guess giving you tips as well in these 3 weeks that I have currently experienced. Now, in case you missed my very first video, I have gotten an extended tummy tuck with lipo to the flanks, and that just basically means lipo to your love handles. And I think he lipo my back too as well, because I have some numbing back there. But other than that, let's get into how I feel. So I feel really good. I no longer take any medicine. I actually stopped taking that medicine probably day 3 because it made me very sick. I threw up literally day 3. I felt the worst that I probably ever felt. I was nauseous as hell. It was tough. Week 1 was very tough for me. I felt good in spirit because I was like, wow, I did this amazing thing for myself. And to not have saggy skin anymore, like when I looked at it probably like day 2, day 2, I looked down under my garment and I was like, oh my God, like it's gone. Like there is no more saggy skin. So I think that was like the turning point for me, like, wow, we really did this. And it was really hard, of course, going to the bathroom. Like I said previously in my last video, going to the bathroom, needing someone to help me, just really taking it super slow, being like an elderly lady to say the least. So I feel like those were the hardest part. Then we get to week 2. I got my drains out in week 2. I actually went 2 weeks in day 1 because my little anniversary date is considered Wednesdays. So today is Friday. So I'm 3 weeks and 2 days post-op. And like I said, I feel good. But week 2 was kind of the great moment. I got my drains out and I was so happy because my drains got very irritated. So they say when you're producing less than 25 cc's for 3 days straight, then that means your drain is ready to come out. And my drains were definitely ready to come out because I was producing probably like 10 cc's, 15 cc's. And it honestly could have came out a little bit sooner, but because my appointment was like that week, I was like, I'll just wait it out just in case to get any additional fluid out. But my drain area got really nasty. Oh, it was disgusting. I kind of freaked out a little bit, but I sent my nurse, pictures or whatever. And she was like, no, it's perfectly fine. This is what happens when your drain is ready to come out. Your drain will start to get a little irritated with your skin. And that's kind of how you really know that your drain is ready to come out. So getting the drain out, I heard horror stories. It honestly didn't hurt for it to be pulled out, but when she took the sculptures out, I hope that's how you say it, that hurt like hell to get out because it was kind of like stuck on my skin a little bit due to, the irritation. But once she took those out and she pulled it out, it was like the most funniest thing ever. It was like I felt it from the left to my right and I was like, that feels so weird, but it didn't hurt to be taken out. But now that it's out, it's like, I feel like once you get your drain out, it's like you can conquer the motherfucking world, because having that drain and you gotta like latch it onto you and stuff, it's like a hot mess. But drain is out, week 2, felt great once it was out. It was like I could really maneuver a little bit more. I started driving in week 2 as well. They say you're allowed to drive really honestly after you take your medicine, but I decided to wait until my appointment to get it taken out. So I decided to wait till my appointment to actually drive, so that made me feel really good. I took my time. It honestly felt like I was just sitting down and I was just moving my foot, honestly. So if you have any fears about driving, that's really what it is. You just want to make sure like you're pulling your seat back before you get in, just making sure you take your time getting in depending on your vehicle. I have a Jeep, so for me, I had to kind of like waddle my way in, so that helped a lot, and actually waddling my way out. And now it's getting a little bit easier as time goes on. So if you're worried about that, just take your time if you can. If you feel up to it, it's okay. I decided that I wasn't ready at it, like after week 1, like I decided that 2 weeks was definitely the best go around for me to drive. A lot of people have asked me about work. See, for me, since I'm virtual, it wasn't as hard to get back into work because I'm virtual. But if I had to go in the physical building, I probably definitely would wait till at least 3 weeks, 4 weeks post-op, because I have to drive like an hour away to my job. So I definitely probably wouldn't have been up to it. And now that I'm maneuvering a little bit more, I'm picking up a little bit more speed, not walking as slow, but also taking my time, I definitely would say 3 weeks would be better to go into the building if we were back. But it's honestly up to you how you feel. I say if you can do more weeks, definitely do it. But if you can't and I feel like you want to save your leave, then hey, go back to work. Depends on what you do. I have a desk job, so you gotta kind of balance that out, whatever you do. Now, if you have a standing up job and all that, you might feel more winded than normally. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it at all. I would definitely say week 3, week 4, depending on how you feel, especially if you don't really need your pain meds like that. You really shouldn't though. Honestly, after the first week, you really shouldn't need your pain meds, but it just depends on you. I stopped taking mine because I did not want to feel sick. They made me feel sick. They made me constipated, and I wasn't with that. So yeah. What else since week 2? So doing a little bit more around the house. I can't stand to see my house to be disgusting or dysfunctional. So like I'm sweeping, just moving into it, grooving into it, taking my time, and compressing, making sure I'm compressing as much as I can. So right now I'm in my faja. My office did something different versus others. I came home in a binder, and then I got moved into my faja on week 2 once my drain was out. So it honestly really depends on where you go. I know in Miami, a lot of people are sent home in their faja. I'm actually kind of glad I was sent home in my binder, because that drain was it didn't annoy me, but it would have annoyed me if it wasn't a faja. So that honestly tells you how that may go. But again, I feel really good. Everyone has been asking me how I feel. And now that I am week 3, I went out to eat for the first time. That's honestly all I can do, honestly. I went out to eat, and we went into the mall for a little bit. So it felt really good to get some type of normalcy back into my life, because being home it's already a dampering thing as is. But when you feel like you can't fend for yourself, you feel like a helpless child, you get a little depressed. And you get a little bit like in your feelings because you see everyone else living. So just know that in this journey, you may feel like that no one has your back, but people have your back. You just have to, go there. You have to understand you just did something traumatic to your body, and your body is getting back into things, and it's going to take time. Some people are different. I know someone else that got the same surgery, and they feel bad this week. So it honestly just depends on you and how you are grooving. I've been taking it super slow, but also just been like knowing my limits, knowing my limitations. I know that I can't drive for a long period of time if I'm like the driver, and I know like I gotta take breaks, more breaks than frequently. So just know that. Honestly, I haven't had some like nerve pain that I felt on my incision. and it made me say, oh my God, what the hell is that? But if they give you the gabapentin, that honestly helps with your nerve pain. So I have been taking that periodically just to get up in my system, because your nerves are out of whack, and it will be for some time as your incision heals. My incision is actually healing really great. I did have a small hole, but that is closing up on its own. It wasn't infected or anything like that. I just honestly don't know. It just happens. My nurse said sometimes it happens, and I have seen that it is very common, so don't freak out. Just, you know, contact your nurse, ask her all the questions that you want to ask. And I'm in a lot of Facebook groups for tummy tucks, so I kind of already had some of the material. So I just basically made sure to keep it dry. I cleaned it every day with a wound wash, and I can't remember the name of the cream. I would put like a little with a Q-tip and put that on it. And then it's honestly been healing up really great because of that. So just make sure every day you're checking your incision. I know a lot of people don't check it as frequently, and then they look and they're like, oh my God, what is that? So just check your incision as much as possible, or to your limit. I do, because I keep this on 24/7 unless I'm washing up. I just, you know, take a peek, and I'm constantly cleaning my belly button as well. And then I clean my drain where my drain was, because it was nasty, but it is closing up. It's so funny how fast the skin is healing on its own. I'm still getting massages. I know a lot of people don't get massages, but they are tremendous in you getting that extra fluid out of you and not being so swollen after you take off your compression garment. So I definitely recommend finding someone who is very experienced in lymphatic massages. They definitely help. Also drinking tons of water. I'm eating low carb right now. I honestly don't have an appetite. I have to remember to eat, which is hilarious, but I mean, who doesn't, you know, who wants to be eating a lot after a tummy tuck? You know that you want to make sure you're losing the inches, you're getting the body that you want. So I'm making sure that I'm doing everything that I can, staying away from salty foods, a lot of carbs. My body never agreed with carbs anyway, so I always try to just limit my carb intake as much as I can, especially now because I'm not working out. I have started to plug my meals in back in my FitnessPal, so that way I know what I'm consuming, and I don't want to gain any weight. So I'm going to make sure I'm doing my part, making sure I'm putting my compression garments on, make sure I'm getting my massages, make sure I'm drinking my water, you know, and taking my vitamins. So I'm doing everything that I did pre-surgery. You have to remember that. Surgery is not the easy way out. You still have to maintain your investment. So make sure you're doing your research and finding some meal ideas as much as possible, because I see a lot of girls say that they get really swollen after they eat some salty food. And it doesn't mean that you can't have a cheat meal. That no one's saying that at all. I've had cheat meals since having surgery, because sometimes I'm not hungry, that I have to just make sure I'm eating something, and sometimes that's honestly all you have, so you just eat something. So yeah, that's just another thing. Sleeping, I'm finally back in my bed week 3. I'm sleeping elevated, of course, as far as my back, but it's definitely better. I got so sick of that recliner, I moved to the couch, got sick of the couch, now I'm back in my bed, and sleep has definitely gotten a little better. It has definitely been a little bit easier to maneuver, so I am very happy with that. And I'm just taking it easy as possible. I haven't felt as motivated to do any videos because I told myself 2021, I really just want to focus on not being such a planner, not living in the moment, and, you know, not enjoying the moments that come past us, because 2020 was rough. We lost a lot of people, especially if not in your life. You know, it seems like every time I log on social media, someone has passed away. So I'm like, I'm only 30 years old, and so many people, so many of my peers are dying. So that has been another thing in this journey too, that, you know, it doesn't correlate with the journey, but it also makes you say, appreciate life, you know, appreciate the moments that we get, because tomorrow isn't promised. So I've been doing this thing this year of not worrying myself of what's next, because I'm that person. What's next? What do I gotta do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got a new job. I'm learning in my new position, and I got surgery. So it's like a lot has happened within these 3 months alone. You know, I just got my new job in December. So I'm taking it day by day, and I hope you guys understand that in this journey with me. And I probably will do more StreamYard versus sit down videos for my content, because right now it definitely takes a lot out of you. So yeah, day by day. I feel like that's pretty much it. I feel like I covered a lot in these 3 weeks. I'm really excited to continue on. Just know that not where I want to be yet far as everything, because I'm still, you know, your body is still getting rid of everything, the swelling and all that. So I am happy. Oh, I did try on some jeans, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all that picture. Tried on some jeans for the very first time just to see how my body looked in them, and y'all, it instantly turned my mood around. I felt so good. Like, I'm still swollen at the top of my stomach because he did lipo that area and I got muscle repair. So I'm a little bit swelled up right there. But just to see the difference in my jeans of where my belly button sits at, y'all, you can't tell me nothing now. But overall, I'm happy. I feel good. I'm blessed. I'm here. You know what I mean? COVID is still very real. So if you guys have any other questions or any other videos you want me to cover on, I definitely will talk about the supplies in another video. So I got to get that going too for you all. So bear with me. But as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I hope you guys are doing well mentally as well. Thank you all for your patience, because I will be back. I haven't gone anywhere. But again, living in the moment and not overthinking things. It's all going to work out according to the plan. So guys, until the next video, I'll see you.